Turns out my squad were the ones who found me. Ever consider a career as a Dominion Marine? You'd make quite a scout. My squad said you were looking for Lieutenant Gellin. Have you found him? What do you mean? First, a hurricane blows out of nowhere and destroys our fleet. Then, an able-bodied Dominion Marine is captured and tortured to death? What else was in that cave? Some kind of sacrifice? This is too big for my squad to handle. We need reinforcements. Nistel spotted a beached ship nearby. It looks intact, and she spotted Dominion sailors aboard. We need to combine our forces and find who murdered Lieutenant Gellin. My squad and I need to pull his body out of that damn cave. Would you warn the sailors on that beached ship? They need to know it's not safe to wander around. Wait, take this. I found some glow juice while I was looking for my squad, but they're on the mend. You'll get used to the taste. We'll be along shortly. Watch yourself. The crew of that beached ship may be on edge. Let them know you're with the Dominion.
Lieutenant Gellin pulled me out of the water. Owed him my life. Not too late to pay him back.
May Ifra look after Lieutenant Gellin. The gods know nothing will protect his killer once the sergeant learns their names. You go warn that ship. We'll prepare our friend for what awaits us all.
Before the next sun sets, my blade will find a home in the heart of Lieutenant Gellin's killer. May the fates guide me to avenge him.
You aren't a slick-arsed sea viper or a cabbage-mouthed castaway. State your business with the crew of the Prowler. The hurricane killed hundreds of Marines. Why does it matter if one of them died in the cave? Oh. Well, the Prowler is like a hen in a wolf den until she's seaworthy again. Maybe your Marines can prove they're more than two-legged cargo and shiny armor. If they pitch in, I'll consider reinforcements. They up for it? Or are they all talk? And I'm sure they'll be as useful as they were in the hurricane. Should they care to prove otherwise, they're welcome to do actual work patching leaks in the Prowler's hold. Maybe they can locate a replacement helmsman's wheel in all this wreckage. Oh, and our sunsighter. It must have fallen overboard when we beached. Our lookout saw those skink-fingered pirates make off with it. You'll have to get the sunsighter back, any way you can. Sure, talking's easier than working. Well, ask. Barnacles on the arse. They're all sea elves. Malmer, they call themselves. Nothing more than pirates, if you ask me. Some say they have a connection to the water itself, but it's a lie. Anyone can learn weather magic like they do. Captain Jimala uses it to navigate. I could tell you how the sun and stars show the ship's exact position, but none of it matters while it's in the Sea Viper's hands. The pride of the long coast. We'll sail for the Dominion as long as they pay us to raid enemy shipping. Joan and Jode, don't let the captain hear you say that. Pirates steal and pillage for themselves. We're privateers, so we do it for whoever pays us. A crucial distinction. Captain Jimala took over the Prowler a few years ago. She's smart, cunning, and deadly dangerous when provoked. She's also luckier than anyone I served. Every ship in the fleet smashed to flinders on Kynarthi's roost. Every ship but the Prowler.
The Prowler will float, but I can't promise more than that.
Nice ship.
The gods brought us here for a reason. Damned if I know what it is.
Spotted some sea elves watching the ship. They don't look friendly.
These aren't Dominion sailors. They're privateers. Just our luck. We'll show that old sea cat what Dominion Marines can do. Edalus is the best scrounger in the regiment. If you want, I can send him out to look for a helmsman's wheel. Suit yourself. Anything else we can do? Nustellis is good with a mallet as she is with her sword. I can have her patch the Prowler's leaks. All right, what else? Edalus is the best scrounger in the regiment. If you suit yourself. Anything else we can do? Onglorn is our best tracker. He can recover the Sunsighter in no time. Have it your way. What else needs doing? All right. I appreciate what you've done for us. We'll keep the Prowler safe while you take care of the rest.
If you're not here to help, get off my ship.
Make sure you check the hull for holes.
Land. Have we reached land? But the room still spins. Why did I board this accursed ship? The Prowler needed a cook, so I volunteered. First time to travel by sea. Thought all the water would be like the marshes back home. But now even the smell of food. Oh, gods.
Oh, has the storm stopped? I don't think I've ever been this sick.
There's always more to do.
Marines do their part. No privateer will accuse us of shirking duty.
That was fast. All right. There's room on the Prowler for your Marine friends, as long as they work for their meals. I said I'd consider it. Captain Jimala is the only one who can make that call.
Those damn sea vipers still watch.
Something you'll want to hear. You just made the Prowler seaworthy, and Captain Jimala always pays her debts. Go talk to her. She only bites if you give her good reason. Captain Jimala has time for you. I don't.
These sailors work a lot harder than I thought. We'll stick with the Prowler if Captain Jimla will have us.
Due to your efforts, the Prowler is free to sail once the tide comes in. Those Marines did their part as well. I have no reinforcements, but I offer something better. I know who's killing the Dominion soldiers, and I know how to stop it. Our lookout watched the Sea Vipers drag a Dominion Marine into a cave. Later, he saw your friends remove the Marine's body. If we weren't so short-handed, I'd have ordered his rescue. But 3 of my own crew were missing. Before we understood the danger, I sent my crew to scavenge among the shoals so we might repair the Prowler. We thought they disappeared, but one just returned, and she tells a harrowing tale. The Sea Vipers happened. Now there's a new storm brewing, and I fear they're the cause of it. Mustengui recovers below. Hear what she has to say for yourself. Be gentle when you speak with Mustengui. She has been through much and fears for her friends.
The Sea Vipers are insane! They're trying to create another hurricane! Sir Verkvild and I were scavenging for a replacement helmsman's wheel when the Sea Vipers ambushed us. They brought us to the island with the beached Dominion flagship. They'd done things there. Terrible things. Those filthy Maormer dragged my mates up and tied them to these serpent-shaped statues. Then they started chanting, and lightning surrounded them. That's when the storm began to form around the island. Yes, I'm sure of it. It was a terrible sight. The Sea Vipers were so caught up in the ritual, I slipped free. I tried to grab Sir, but the lightning held him fast. Then one of the Sea Vipers yanked at him. I saw the Maormer's wrist glow. The Maormer wore lodestones on their wrists. It let them ignore those lightning bonds, but I couldn't find any more, so I jumped off the ship and swam for it. Please, don't let them sacrifice my crewmates. I'm certain the lodestone will let you bypass the lightning bonds. Make those filthy Maromor pay for what they did to us.
You heard the Mustangui's story. If the sea vipers call up another hurricane before the tide rises, the Prowler will be smashed to pieces. Of course. What do you need? I spent much of my youth in the Somerset Isles, amongst the Altmer. My parents were travelers, who always had an ear to the ground, if you understand my meaning. After they died, I went to sea. It's how I ended up on the Prowler. No, but she serves the Dominion. Queen Irene gave me our letter of marque herself. We were asked to scout for the fleet. The only thing we spotted was a hurricane.
Don't let those mud crabs get into the hold!
Damn it! As much as I want to slaughter those sea viper bastards, they'll swarm over this ship the moment we leave for that island. We'll keep this ship safe. Go avenge Lieutenant Gellin. Kill every last one of them.
The sea vipers are prowling around the beach, stealing our supplies. Do you know how hard we worked to liberate those crates from Covenant sloops? Stinking fish elves.
We'll finish repairs by high tide. We've got to.
Those sea vipers are insane! They won't kill me today!
Thanks to you, my squad has safe passage to Mistral. Captain Jimla offered to make us part of the Prowler's crew. I don't know if I'll have a choice once the fleet puts itself back together, but it's better than sitting around counting sand.
Your marine friends helped with repairs and protected our sailors from a sea viper ambush. Don't know their thoughts on privateers, but I wouldn't turn them away if they decide to sign on.
With a little luck, we'll have this cleared away before the tide comes in.
What do you want?
This is taking longer than...
If the gods reward hard work, we got something coming to us.
Well?
See you in Mistral. Going to lie down in a bit.
I know what I'm doing.
Oh, has the storm stopped? I don't...
I have little time to waste. This one is not superstitious. That brings
Sur and Werkwild returned just after the skies cleared up. They're a bit damp, but otherwise all right. My lookout says I have you to thank. Then we'll finish repairs and shove off at high tide. Oh, your marine friends fended off sea vipers while you rescued my crew. They're welcome aboard, as long as they want. Perhaps we'll see you at Mistral. You'll always have a place on the Prowler.
Always more to do.
We'll take the Marines with us when we sail to Mistral. I hope to see you there. Small port serves as a trading hub for the moon sugar plantations on Canarte's Roost, home to the tastiest double rum in the southern seas. Lots of Maormer there. They even have an embassy. That means problems for the Dominion. Maormer are sea elves. The High Elves kicked them off their island, so they found a new highland. But for some reason, even though nobody's around to remember any of this, they want the first island back. Elven feuds, you know how it goes.
Just do your own work, Bakija.
What is it? Those damn sea vipers still watching us? Course they are.
Kenarthi's Roost and the Dominion. Together, we'll achieve unity.
The Temple of the Crescent Moons has such a beautiful view of the island. If only this one came here under better circumstances. Ah, Samayado was picked to return to Kenarthi's Roost as part of the Dominion's military in the hopes that she can smooth the way for our forces to set up a more permanent base on the island. But it is a bittersweet homecoming.
Disrupt the visions of the oracles. Begone!
This one had hoped to sail into the main port of Mistral, far north of here, and perhaps take a few days' leave to visit the nearby plantations. Her family still lives on the northern part of the island. Still, one still has hope. Yes, this one was born here, last of her littermates, but first to leave for the mainland. She joined the military when war broke out, and never imagined she'd be sent back home.
I heard what you did in Shattered Shoals. Thank you for getting my men out of there. And I understand you helped the Prowler's crew too. Good. We'll need every intact ship we can find if we're ever going to continue with our mission. Once Kenarthi's Roost is secure, I'm certain we'll have more to do. We need to secure the lane, the sea route between Elsewhere, Kenarthi's Roost and Oredan. For that, the Dominion needs an uncontested presence on Kenarthi's Roost. My Marines will help provide that. Honestly, I'm not certain. I've been told to focus on securing Kenarthi's Roost. If you want to continue helping out, make certain the island's secure. Then we'll talk about what happens next. We need to secure the lane, the sea route between Elsewhere...
We've got a good view of the island here, but our situation's less than ideal.
Weapons, freshly...
This one cannot tolerate such... How much for that?
Some of these weapons look familiar.
You disrupt the visions of the oracles. Begone!
Exotic foods from the mainland. So fresh it's still damp.
Next time, throw yourself in the fire.
While this temple has been disturbed by outsiders, the light of Joan and Jode still shines down upon it. That cannot be said of all places on Canarthy's Roost. Have you heard of the Temple of the Morning Springs? Ancient it is, but not visited by the people of the Roost. Avoid it they do, with superstitious dread. But someone must go there. Its waters are drying up, and the morning springs must flow. On the eastern side of the island. Go there, and your way will be revealed. Look for the moonstones. They are the key.
Cannot one set up a simple shop in peace? A ghost. One swears it was a ghost haunting the lower platform. Oh, my shop.
Halt! Come no closer!
Do not disturb the ritual, cub. Our harvest depends upon it.
Halt! Come
Give
no
us
closer!
the silver light that we can catch it in crystal. This one gives thanks.
Halt! Come no closer! Is this my doom, then? To haunt this island, warning others of a danger I could not defeat? What a miserable non-existence. I paid the ultimate price for my hubris. 3 books, each with the same curse. I thought myself strong enough to destroy them. But they are a trap for the weak-minded. Listen carefully. Can't you hear them call to you? How is this possible? If you are immune to their call, perhaps you could bring them to the shrine. You could finish what I did not. I know I ask much, but the books carry knowledge that is not for this world. They must be destroyed. The curse upon each tome is designed to feed souls to oblivion. But if you are able to resist their pull, you can collect the tomes and bring them to the shrine for their destruction. On the shores of Kanathi's Roost, beyond the town of Mistral, it is lit by an ever-burning flame. Should you collect all the tomes, bring them to the shrine without delay. No matter how strong you believe you are, I fear the tomes are stronger.
Come forth! Crystal moonlight, come forth! This one gives thanks. Joan and Jode, send this one your light that she might see. This one gives thanks. Give us the silver light that we can catch it in crystal. This one gives thanks. and Jode, send this one your light that she might see. This one gives thanks. Come forth, crystal moonlight, come forth. This one gives thanks. Oh, light of the twin moons, shine sweet upon us. This one gives thanks.
Next time, throw yourself in the fire.
Don't believe her
The
lies.
Dominion welcomes all who wish to join. Joining the Dominion isn't about what is taken from you, but what we gain from each other.
Still in pain?
I'll be at this again tomorrow.
I'll wait until there's more room amongst the injured. My wound is...
My shipmates are gone. Guess they're rebuilding the ship now.
Unless you're in serious pain, I can't help you right.
Can you heal my wounds?
Nazim are prepared for such an event, but...
This is taking longer than I thought.
Carry on, soldier.
Many new faces, many new clients, yes? Business will be good for Dohar soon.
I'm so shaken.
I must consider the Morning Stone's possibilities. First, to determine if the water's indeed infinite. I can't move.
Doesn't seem like I'm getting much done here.
Knowledge is power.
Harder than expected. Let's see if it was worth it.
Now you die.
Not now, not ever.
Waning gibbous. Sure, we are busy. If you would watch, do so from a distance. You stand at the Temple of Two Moons Dance. Here, we learn and practice Riddlethar. The way, the path, the road. Riddlethar is all of these, and none. For one, the road is a wall. For another, a wall of the way. We all seek our place in Jakajay. Riddlethar helps us find it. The lunar lattice, where all fates are bound. Our place in the universe. For the Khajiit, anyway. One should hope not. If we are lucky, we reach Jakajay long before then. Otherwise, what is the point, yes? It is different for everyone. For some, it is to become king and rule over the little people, yes? We should all be so lucky. For others, it is death. You have some experience with this, no? Only that you have had your sugar stolen. A curious thing that Inisashujo does not envy you. Still, keep your head about you, and you will find the way. The way, the path. In the way, one follows a map through a maze. One follows Riddlethar through life. It teaches us to avoid and embrace danger, to fight and to run away, to accept change and to stave it off. A maze contains many things, not simply a way out. The best mazes hide many sweets behind traps and crevices. Riddlethar is not so much a way out of the maze, as the way with the most sweets along the way. Jakajay, it is what we all hope to achieve.
Please, leave us to our training.
Waxing gibbous. Blow the wind from his lungs. Knock the light from his eyes.
What? What is it?
Your enemy falls.
Inisashu Joe lets me perform small services for the temple. In exchange, I am fed. I can even watch them train on occasion. My family won't have me. I stowed away on a merchant ship and it brought me here. After months fighting with Aelid for crab meat in Mistral, I heard about the temple. Of course, I'm quick. I can do half of what you see up there without even trying. Everything I can't, I'm learning. Return to Deshan and show my family how wrong they were. They'll have to take me back. If they won't, I'll make them.
Flow through your enemies and you will wash them away.
Putting enemies off guard. Strike from the sides.
Doesn't seem like I'm getting much done here.
Waxing gibbous. Full moon sets. Waning crescent. Blow the wind from his lungs. Knock the light from his eyes. New moon rising.
My time is precious.
All this wasted effort. Blasted creatures get into everything. First the hurricane, then rats from the sea. What next, flying mud crabs? Surrender's mercy, we need more time before the inspection. Dominion inspectors. Headwoman Harani requested their aid to stop smugglers. We're honest farmers with good customers. Our moon sugar is used to spice food, not to brew skooma. When the inspectors learn we can't protect our fields, we're finished. Hairy, squirmy, squeaky little rats. They've infested the plantation since the storm. The inspectors will ask, if we can't protect our fields from those dung-dropping sugar-eaters, how can we protect them from skooma-brewing thieves? Find out why Cindertail's Sench tigers roll on their backs instead of filling their bellies with rat. Does one expect to keep his job if the inspectors find vermin in our fields? At best, the inspectors will recommend our moon sugar be confiscated. To the east, a plantation burns. Was it due to the inspector's recommendations? Who can say? Either way, Mistral will weep for our passing. With laughing moons gone, skooma will flow through the streets. When moon sugar runs dry, people turn to smugglers. With smugglers comes skooma. But the inspectors aren't from here. If we tell them, they will not listen. Ha! You pull this one's tail, yes? A white powder, very sweet, used as spice for food. Some of us believe it gives true insight into Jokajay, where all fates are bound. Others use it to brew skooma. Poison. Skooma peddlers claim a single drop lets you escape from the world. It's because drinking the stuff makes you want to drink more of it, until you want nothing else. At best, the inspectors will recommend our moon sugar be confiscated. To the east, a plantation burns. Was it due to the inspector's recommendations? Who can say? When moon sugar runs dry, people turn to smugglers. Find out why Cindertail's Sench tigers roll on their backs instead of filling their bellies with rat. Does one expect to keep his job if the inspectors find vermin in our fields?
I'll be at this a while.
Ferocious killers? Pah! Unclawed blankets, more like. Want to buy a carpet? How about 3? They aren't good for much else. Yes, Afe, even you. Do not eat the rats, this one says. Do they listen? No! Stupid sench. Lazy sench. They already did. That's the problem. Moon sugar makes you sleepy if you eat too much. Rats eat moon sugar, sench eat rats, and then lazy sench. Especially you, Gobani. Not with sugar bellies. These useless sench could only kill a rat if they fell upon it. From a great height. Go inside, lock the doors, wait until they leave? No. Let this one think. Without sench hunters, what could... Thunderbugs. No, it would never work. Thunderbugs nest nearby. They defend their delicious eggs from anyone who'd make a meal of them, yes? If you grabbed an armload of eggs... Undoubtedly, but they'd hesitate to harm the eggs once you possess them. Smash an egg into each rat nest, and the Thunderbug's electric frenzy kills the rats before the inspectors arrive. You're sturdy, yes? A little shock won't stop you. Wonderful! Save some eggs for Cindertail, yes? They are so very tasty. Cindertail knows you'll succeed. You hear that, lazy sench? This one could replace the lot of you with Thunderbugs.
We did not expect you so soon, Inspector Tarma.
One must arrive early to see the truth of things.
The truth? But we have nothing to hide, Inspector.
I hear that often, Clan Mother. Far too often.
Speak of Namira, our specialist. Inspector Tarmar was just commenting on the difficulties pests present to any plantation. We'll be rid of these vermin in short order, yes? Of course, yes.
A lapse in control leads to smugglers brewing skooma. If there's reason, I'll recommend Headwoman Harani shut this plantation down. I can't help but notice the abundance of vermin about, Clan Mother.
The great storm was not kind to us. Still, we have the matter in hand.
Do you?
Indeed, we brought in a specialist. This one assures you, Inspector, the matter will be resolved shortly.
Clan Mother, tell me your thoughts on the skooma trade.
Moon sugar is more than a spice to some of us. Using it to brew skooma
Then you would
is an
have no idea who
abomination.
might supply such an operation?
None in this one's employ. We want nothing to do with skooma, Inspector. If we learn any of our customers brew this stuff, you'll be the first to know. We did not expect you so soon, Inspector Tarma.
One must arrive early to see the truth of things.
The truth? But we have nothing to hide, Inspector.
Sir.
I've little time for talk.
Crude, but effective in your methods. Perhaps you've heard that before.
Clever luring thunderbugs out of their mounds like that. A scheme worthy of Bandar himself. They're all gone then?
The stench of fried rat heralds your arrival. Are there any eggs left? Motivating tigers is hungry work. A pity. Someday you must show me your technique for egg acquisition, yes? It would be good to have alternatives the next time these lazy muskarses go on a sugar binge. Even you, Marapa. The stench of fried rat heralds your arrival.
Clever luring thunderbugs out of their mounds like that. A scheme worthy of Bandar himself. They're all gone then? Excellent. Our gracious inspector has been most patient with us. Perhaps witnessing your ingenuity will affect his findings. Joan and Joe dance kindly with you, Walker. Whatever the findings of our esteemed inspector, we are in your debt. Will you be staying with us long, Inspector?
As long as necessary. One can only tolerate so much fresh air.
Truly. Then we'll endeavor to make your stay comfortable.
Don't fret over much. If my duty requires it, I can tolerate such rustic accommodations.
How was your voyage to our island? You arrived before the great storm, yes?
Yes. We arrived in Mistral before it struck. I understand the rest of the fleet was not so lucky.
My condolences, Inspector. Canarthy's price is not always so high. We can only hope she'll return some of those she has taken.
I'll require accommodations for myself and my aide. You'll provide them, of course.
Naturally. Will you be dining with us as well?
That will not be necessary. Khajiiti fare is too cultural for my palate.
Will you be staying with us long, Inspector?
As long as necessary. One can only tolerate so much fresh air.
Truly. Then we'll endeavor to make your stay comfortable.
Don't fret over much. If my duty requires it, I can tolerate such rustic accommodations.
How was your voyage to our island? You arrived before the great storm, yes?
Yes. We arrived in Mistral before it struck. I understand the rest of the fleet was not so lucky.
My condolences, Inspector. Canarthy's price is not always so high. We can only hope she'll return some of those she has taken.
If this place remains open, as has yet to be determined, the clan mother should hire you in a more legitimate capacity.
You're truly one of the walkers. We would do well to learn from your efforts.
The stench of fried rat heralds your arrival. Are there any eggs?
I could use a break.
Revelations await.
At last. This book had best be worth the price. What? What is that? Wait! I only wanted to make something beautiful.
Zirkar, Jan has not left you here to fend for yourself, has he?
Oh, it is not so bad, Sarasha. This one has you to check on him, yes? It is enough.
Hush, Father. I won't leave your side. Father burns in the fire. My brother missing. Surrender, show mercy! Our moon sugar storehouse has caught fire. Father thought to save our livelihood. He ran inside, and... the burns weren't bad, but the sweet smoke ruined his lungs. Without powerful medicine, he won't last the day. Father tried to save our alchemical tools. If they survive the fire, I could trade them for medicine. Please, It's all I can do to keep my father alive. This one begs you to salvage the tools from our storehouses. Please return quickly with the tools. If I can't trade them for medicine, this one's father will die. You know of moon sugar, yes? The moon sugar cane grows well on these isles. With my people's sweet tooth, there can never be enough to sprinkle on our meals. We must pay our debts. If our neighbors own more land, how do we match their crops at market? We must turn to alchemy to grow better crops, yes? Yes, our crops came in much bigger this season. Not that it matters now. Yes, Zabanma shares a temper with hurricanes. After a great quarrel with this one, he stormed off and left us short-clawed. Father had to cancel his trip to Mistral, and now he's... Please return quickly with the tools. If I can't trade them for medicine, this one's father will die.
I haven't seen you around the island before. In the name of Thalmor, what's your business here? Ah, the shipwreck. Worst hurricane I've seen in decades. If you're headed through this plantation, watch your step. Last night some buildings caught fire. Usually the skeevers keep to themselves, but they're acting up something fierce. I should get back to our inspection. If you see anything suspicious, it's your duty to let us know. Fires don't start themselves. Not yet. As an act of goodwill, the Thalmor Inner Council sent us to aid headwoman Harani in ending this island's smuggler problem. And if this was arson, I'll bring the culprit to justice. Dominion government. I'm an officer charged with keeping the peace. They sent us to Kanathi's Roost weeks ago. Inspector Tarmar commands us. He's at Laughing Moon's plantation toward the center of the island. Saw him on the way in. We gave his daughter some medical supplies, but he looks bad.
Get off my family sled! If you plan to loot my family's plantation, I will give you such a thrashing. If you plan to loot my family's plantation, I will give you such a... If you plan to loot my family's plantation, I will give you such a thrashing. Too late, sugar thief. The fire destroyed every last calcinator. Wait, I expected my sister to check on the tools herself. Why did she send a stranger? You lie! My father left yesterday to trade in Mistral, didn't he? Oh no. I set the fires to destroy those damn tools, not to hurt anyone. Not to hurt my father. We lost our last harvest to the thunderbugs, despite the debt. Asbira bought alchemical tools to improve our crop, she said. But last week, I caught her brewing skooma. That vile drug destroys lives. When she refused to stop, I knew what must be done. I don't want my family imprisoned. The fire was to destroy any trace of skooma. Recently, I saw my sister bury something on the beach. I was headed there next, but I should be with my father. Would you search for the skooma she hid on the beach? I'll destroy it. With the money we spent to rebuild, it will be like the skooma never happened. I'd rather debt collectors pound at our door than skooma dealers. Damn my eyes! Father should have been in Mistral. My sister placed colorful seashells near whatever she buried. I bet there is a sack full of skooma vials next to them. I'll be with my father. If you find anything, bring it back to me. I should really go check on my father. Not for long. I always know it's month's end when debt collectors pound at our door. But last month, they didn't show. When I asked why, Asbira said not to worry. This must have been her scheme. She's always had father wrapped around her tail. It is death in a bottle. Distill moon sugar cane the right way, and the crystals make you happy and stupid. Do it the wrong way, and you get shaking fits. You foam at the mouth, and then you die.
You think you can steal from the cross-tree bandits?
You there! Come here!
Gone. Father is gone. Why would Saban Ma destroy his own family? Please, leave me to my sorrow.
My father, he's gone.
I asked around. Nobody from the shipwreck remembers seeing you before Eagle Strand. No more lies. You're running skooma, aren't you? That farmer shook himself to death. You think I don't recognize a skooma overdose when I see one? That I don't know why skeevers are frothing at the mouth? I should arrest the lot of you. Buying time to get your story straight? Go ahead, I'll be right over here. One morning, my ears are as sharp as my dagger. I'll prove it to you if you even try to whisper.
My father is dead, and now this Dominion outsider wants to throw me in prison. They say they found evidence of skooma in the storehouses, but that is impossible. Then Officer Lorin found nothing in the storehouses but suspicion. She's bluffing. What will you tell her? What's right is allowing us to recover from tragedy, not suffer more of it. Please make this right.
Gone. Father is gone.
All right, you've had enough time. Where's the skooma? That's a lot of skooma. I had my doubts, but I'm glad you came to your senses. Now, what should I do with you? What else are you hiding? Explains why cross-tree bandits popped up all around the island. If they're running more and more skooma, they'll approach farmers to brew it directly. That kind of short-sighted greed is what leads to situations like this. That sack of skooma bought your freedom, and a reward for your cooperation. Now stand aside. I've got business with these Khajiit. Get up, scum. This is what you get for brewing skooma. It's a long walk to Mistral. Don't try anything stupid.
This one understands.
Soldier, keep watch. Head to Mistral in the morning.
Don't believe her lies.
Please, a moment. Please, I need your help. My master's life is in danger. I'm part of an expedition from Eagle's Strand. While we explored the Temple of the Morning Springs, the dead began to rise. The others fled, but my master never emerged. Aurelian taught me to know when I should ask for help. Well, I'm asking. Two magical wards seal the temple, marked by emblems of a scorpion and a spider. If you can keep the undead away while I disrupt the wards, we can search for Aurelian together. How about it? I have no doubt Aurelian can protect himself. But if he's trapped inside, we need to get him out. My master and I had little to do after the shipwreck. When the locals mentioned a temple where the fountains never run dry, we leapt at the chance to investigate. ESO insisted on leading, of course. Ah, so you've met him. My master calls him Eel Kill. Something about an experiment gone wrong many years ago. The morning stone you saw came from this temple. ESO was barely able to remove it before the undead fell upon us. Aurelian thought it could be used to control the weather, perhaps prevent another hurricane. ESO disagreed, of course. He insisted on studying it further at Eagle's Strand. I have no doubt Aurelian can protect himself. But if he's trapped inside, we need to get him out. My master and I had little to do after the shipwreck. When the locals mentioned a temple where the... Where are you going? The temple is the other way. Come back here.
You have such intricate stitching. Turn back. You aren't welcome here. I'm whatever I wish to be. I change bodies like high elves change clothes. Though the corpses in this temple limit my wardrobe. What does it matter to you? Why do you trespass? Ah, the name for my newest outfit. His flesh sags a bit, though the power in his bones reminds me of my youth. And the robes. I'd forgotten the feel of silk upon newly won flesh. Set foot in this temple and see for yourself. Such commendable posture. I could definitely wear you in the autumn. As for Aurelian, he's fit for display under full moons or new. I tired of this. Leave or die. It matters not.
That can't be good. We need to get those wards down fast.